Crick is like, rocking around being blind and shit, being like, oh, I'm evil and stuff, and then...
Actually, I'm not to be Barnacle Lord dickhead here. So the Fantoka Makuta are blind, while the Stika Makuta I don't think are blind.
No, they're not.
Oh.
Which I don't
Just
remember the
purple.
reasoning for that. Why did they end up blind?
Because when Toro reactivated Martinui's life force, Cardinui lit up like a Christmas tree. And everyone else apparently decided, I'm gonna shield my eyes. Those kids were like, what's that over there? And got fucking blinded.
So it just so happened that the ones who looked more like bats ended up not averting their eyes?
They happened to be up in Cardinui flying around, so I guess they were more exposed to it. I don't
Okay.
Call it convenient, but for me personally, I buy it.
One thing, Warrior Pack says, I don't think Mutran was blind. I don't remember if he was, but if so, then he just merges with Vikan just for the fun of it. The other guys do it so they can see.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Retron was like, come here, little boy. You're gonna take you like a ride you ever seen before. Never met a producer that can rap and control the maestro.
Vikan's been riding Mutran since women were wearing sassoons. It's great.
Ew. After they convinced the Toa Ignika to kill himself, Tahu remembers there was some kind of choice that he made and only Kopaka was aware of it and supported him in making the choice.
Supporting choice.
Yeah, Kopaka was pro-choice, yeah.
Brother, I don't want to be an uncle.
Brother, I've been trying to push Onua to abort. I can't have him have our child.
Why so sussy, Kopaka?
I love him, and I miss him.
Tahu has to explain that to Gali and be like, yeah, Gali, I lied to everybody.
And she's all like, what?
That's when the nostalgia critic starts screaming because fucking liar revealed plot.
I hate the liar reveal plot!
Tahu and Kopaka led the others to the Codex. The Hatch imprisoned them inside after entry, and Tahu and Kopaka explained what they had learned from Helrix to their teammates. If they left, the newly developing energy storms that were overrunning Cardinui would vaporize them. Tahu and Kopaka then told their teammates they had to dwell in Toa canisters due to the Codex's lack of life support functions and sleep until the time came when Mananui needed them. What's the decision there? Should we die or should we live?
Golly being an idiot still freaks out because of my reveal plot.
It's true!
Lie to me.
We could have died.
Gali's still an idiot.
Loki Axon's one of my favorite characters. With his limited time as such a goat person.
Like, Axon's backstory is also hilarious.
Axon was ruthless. He lost purpose and just decided, I'm jacked as fuck. I'm gonna just be an absolute tyrant and
Decimate
dominate several
islands.
Yeah, until like the Order of Madanu was like, hey, and then he became like the most noble guy ever.
He's like, okay.
Yeah, Axon's the guy just like converts to Islam in prison. Like, I like the fact that he just has cool shit on deck, like the Toa terrain crawler. He gives that to the Toa, and
How did he get it? What the heck?
it's a story of animal abuse. It was like chained up in the cord by Axon just in case he needed it, basically. Like Shamu is already in constant daily pain, but at least he's not chained to the wall, right?
Shamu number 367, you mean?
Shamu 322 was actually the Toa terrain crawler. Well, it's funny because the Mari basically used it to get down to the surface and then just set it free. They liberated the fucking whale from Axon's evil enslavement, basically.
The Axon later is like, hey, what happened to my whale?
Yeah, about that. You know what? If you souped up your car, you got like a Bentley and gave it the works and
Yeah.
lent it to your friends. They used it once and just drove it off a cliff. I'm beating the fucking Inika's ass. They're pieces of shit, actually.
I actually looked up the scene in the book where Gali tells the Toa of Life to kill himself. Tahu's like, oh yeah, hey dude, you should kill yourself. And then he like violently runs up to Tahu, pins him against the wall, and starts beating his face in.
I do like that idea though, because Toro Ignite's just being a selfish idiot. He's just been wanting to roleplay as a hero. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, do your job.
Yeah. Something else interesting that I didn't even realize is that apparently when they first meet him, he couldn't talk. He hadn't developed a voice yet.
He had developmental disorders.
So when they meet him, they're like, do you have Downs?
He's like, yeah.
That's his first word. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Gali does rationalize it like, you need to be like Matora.
Well, they literally just found out secondhand that Matoro did that, and then she's gonna be like, yeah, this guy that I sort of knew when I was a Toa, and I never really paid him any mind. Yeah, he actually killed himself to save Mananui, so you should do the same thing.
Gali's that girl that convinces his boyfriend to kill himself.
Oh no!
All the simps that Manu would do it for her. Like
Pretty
queen.
much. They feel no shame either.
That's the reason why Tahu hates her so much in Mask of Light.
My sister convinced all my brothers to kill themselves.
You care about snatches? I'm gay.
I have a fun little game. This is a little detached, but I thought this might be fun since we love Quirrell so much. And
Who?
we Quirrell, the guy with the turban who's on our screen.
Isn't Quirrell the guy from Hero Factory?
Is he? Oh yeah. No, but
Quattle.
Quaddle. Guys, I want to do Quirrell or Makuta. You guys have to guess which line is from Voldemort, our favorite character, and Makuta, our other favorite character.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Some of these will probably be easier than others because you guys are Bionicle experts, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay. The first one.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes, my brothers, the best way, the only way to win, is by losing.
Okay.
Makuta or Voldemort?
Okay.
Alright, next one. Who is the simp of the Toamata?
Ideas.
I don't think there was a model that's a simp, but I'd say Matoro is a simp.
We already talked about that.
Harley, John's such an idiot. He's an animal abuser.
Are you trying to murder a bear?
Harley, don't get angry. You're too sexy for that. When they're on Voyeur, she starts getting headaches. No, don't get a headache. You're too sexy for that.
Oh gosh, I don't like this side of Matoro.
In the middle of fighting Veronica, she gets a text message. She looks at it and goes, "Haha, you're sexy. Please show a tit. Haha. Okay, maybe not. It's up to you." Ooh.
She looks up and sees Jarl and look at Harley's phone and delete the message.
Oh no!
She all of a sudden gets like a notification from Venmo and he's got a bunch of money from Matoro.
Matoro subscribed to Harley's OnlyFans.
This is nasty. Matoro's a nice guy. He wouldn't do this.
He died to save Madanui and awoke Makuta. Simp
Yeah.
bitch.
Pohatu, the ancient Toa of Stone, is well liked by the other Toa for his rock-solid dependability. The Tohunga revere Pohatu as the spirit that inhabits every rock and stone, constantly watching over them in their daily lives. He's literally
God.
Yeah, he's the government. He's watching us at every step.
He's not only omnipresent, he's benevolent. He's a benevolent god.
It's true, but here's the thing, guys. All you Pohatu stands out there, we stopped right before the big kicker, if you will. They are careful not to anger him, being fearful of the landslides an enraged Pohatu can unleash.
Like a landslide's ass. That seems like more of an Onua power than Pohatu, to be honest.
The slow-moving Pohatu is immensely strong. I like how they say that when he has the massive speed.
Once
but-
again, Pohatu is stronger than Onua. Onua juices.
Yep. And Pohatu can literally move mountains. His power is so great that he can cause massive boulders to explode like a bomb.
Sick.
Pohatu's only fear is water, since he doesn't know how to swim and will sink like a stone.
Pussy hole.
I love that Onewa is the first character you see in the movie.
If there was one Bionicle character to get a spin-off, I'd love it to be Onua.
What would the story be?
They could do something like how between Bionicle 2 and 3, it's like, oh, they turned into Jiraga. Nope, no, they didn't. Just before they become Toa, there should be a scene where, like, Onua goes back to the bar in Pometru, and it's like a Cheers pastiche. And you have like a Frasier Matoran, and like a big fat, stinky Chungus Matoran that goes, Norm! Like, that's what I think should happen.
That's great.
Yeah, you tell me that there's a fat soy jack that goes, "Arr!" and cheers.
They go, say the line, Ted Danson. Norm!
Also, wait, isn't Norm, like, one of those characters is the guy who's in all the Pixar movies, John Ratzenberger. Isn't that right?
Yeah, John Lasseter, like, groped a woman in the background of every Cheers episode. It's a little Easter egg
Little
for the
cameo,
die-hard
yeah.
fans.
Sticking out my gat for the Lassiter.
Like fake Marvel fans are always like, I saw Stan Lee in the toilet in the back. But I'm just like, I'm looking for the fucking John Lasseter cameo and Cheers, you know.
You guys ever heard about the Hellrix Clause? The Hellrix Clause was like an actual bit of lore added. She dresses up like Santa every year. I was gonna make up a good lie for that. The Hellrix Clause. Come on, that sounds like something Greg would add.
Honestly, I was gonna say, yeah, it sounds like a cool version of the Toa Code. Like, that was like its official name.
Oh yeah, I literally could have just said the Hellrix Clause was when she made the Toa Code void for like a day, and so they could kill a bunch of people.
Just such a flimsy thing, being like, okay, what if we just abandoned all of our morals just for one day?
It's called the Purge, dude.
Merge! They're doing the purge! They're doing the purge, merge!
The Hellrix Clause is when Tahu just really wants to burn the crap out of Nektan.
Oh, yeah.
Can I please have the Hellrix Clause? And she's like, let him have it.
What would you do if Alex's canonical voice is just Mark Simpson?
Tahoe, you should really just murder Nektan today.
Hellrix, I don't want to murder Nick.
Do you see that news story about that cable company that's gonna pay $7 billion to a family because a cable guy murdered a customer?
Really? 7 billion?
With a B. How fucking insane is that? There's not many companies on this planet that have $7 billion to give to someone. And no offense, but there's a few people in, I'm sure, everyone's family that just take one for the team.
IDS, can you please give us your honest and earnest reaction to the murder of Karzani in the storyline?
How did Karzani die? I don't even remember
Karzani
that.
got murdered by Velika.
I think I was more affected by Betty Thomas's death than Karzani. When Roy James Holden set up this giant clawed trap in Betty Thomas's house with Sada and Idris Elba. Karzani was found dead in the bottom of the Iron Canyon by Kopaka and Paratu, who suspected he was killed by Lezovic.
Yes, please describe in one word your feelings of fear for Lezovic that he might be accused of a crime he didn't commit.
I feel like he already lost all of his money because all of his team died, but now he's gonna have to fork over $7 billion to the fucking...
I said one word, dude.
That was just one long run-on word, dude.
Bionicle really pushing a pro-white agenda by making Matora the most important one. He saves all the toe of color.
Actually, if you look at it, it's actually races against whites because of the fact that, you know, it's like saying that we need to take upon the sins of our previous ancestors. The Matora sacrifice was reparations for his inherent white sin, if you think about it.
I don't know, but it's like the help. He's the white savior.
Yeah, I think I'm more with the savior thing.
Well, but it's like he's a white savior, you know, apologizing for all the shit that the whites have done. Kai, how do you feel about these theories about, you know, how we're trying to put racial supremacy into Bionicle?
I have a feeling that they were trying to steer clear of all that stuff.
See, what 2001 is actually low-key about is colonialism. So the Toa moved from their homeland to this new island of Madanui, and the native animals, they just start fighting them for no reason. Like, the whole that they're evil is just propaganda. They're just colonizing Madanui.
Right.
Yeah. Tahu's Spirit of the Fire is the oldest of the Toa, having been created when the planet was forming. This hot-headed Toa makes his home in the fiery bowels of the Mangai volcano.
A cool headcanon for these descriptions could be like myths, because the Matoran don't know about the Toa. There could be things they've kind of thought up about them.
I do like that.
It's just like Kongi was walking around the village being like, yeah, I knew what the was going on with these Toa. Yeah, I'm gonna say some fucking lies. While Tao's just looking at it, whatever. I'll let him say it.
It's like, oh wow, forged from the earth. Yeah, some kid gave me a rock and then I was a Toa the next day.
Tahu is the fiercest of the 6 Toa and is most feared by Madanui's inhabitants.
They've witnessed him be a violent, aggressive Toa, and they're like, yeah, we fear and respect that.
Yeah, exactly. They don't see him as a destructive spirit, however. He's revered as a guardian, the provider of the fire by which they warm themselves at night, and keeps the dangers of the darkness away.
Dangers of the darkness, I like the alliteration.
With his fire sword, Tahu keeps lava moving towards the ocean, much to the annoyance of his rival Gali.
He's actively polluting the ocean despite
I just imagine Tahu just noise while he's doing that again. He's like, stop it, and he just cuts back to Tahu going.
Mr. Unknown says Bionicle is just Greg Farshty and Christian Faber's weird robot vor fetish. There is a vor element to Bionicle because it was literally born out of him voring a pill.
I like how every being in the Matoran universe can absorb energy through their hands, but the Paraka choose to vor. They can eat if they want, but they choose not to because they see it as like foul.
I like how it's foul because they just poop and they're like, I do not want to do.
That's true, because that's the thing. If they eat, that means there has to be doo-doo feces at some point.
Yep, absolutely.
Takuma, what did I tell you about eating pizza rules? You got doo-doo feces everywhere. I know, Jala, but it tastes so good. Puku's eating it now.
If you bumped into Puku eating poo-poo, what would you do?
I tell her to spit it up, and it would fly across the island, go to a specific icy region, hit a specific Matoran, and I go, oh no, poor Matoran.
Really? What a stretch. But
You have finally made some doo-doo, but still you make feces.
I love the idea that the Voinu Matoran are explaining the Paraka to the Toa. They're like, yeah, they have doo-doo feces.
They were eating their food and making doo-doo feces into the volcano. That's why it smells like shit here. I like the idea, because they saw the Paraka as Toa. So they would follow the Paraka's example, so they would eat their food in the traditional way, meaning that Voinui had more doo-doo feces than any island in the Matoran universe.
There's like the second time that's on the shoreline, it's just covered by mounds of shit. What the fuck?
Oh, it smells like feces on this island, brothers. I am thrilled. Oh my god. I am no longer thrilled to be here, brother. Maybe we should leave.
I just like the idea of like how in Mask of Light, how Kopaka looks at Kokoro from a distance. He goes, ah, doo-doo feces. And he zooms in with his little lens.
it feels like you and Kai are becoming like the best of friends now, and I'm kind of digging it.
Aha, Jonathan, you are banging my brother.
Yes, would you say that Kai is kind of like the JB to your Joe Rogan?
Kai, pull up the picture of the dome. Tell me this picture isn't just Lerock stuff.
Yeah, that Doberman straight up is Lerock, by the way.
Can you edit a picture of Lerock with 2 of those heads?
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that.
Yeah, my friend Caleb is a funny guy.
I was like, he's one funny digger.
I mean, I have dug holes in my backyard before.
You also tend to dig around in your asshole a lot.
Well,
Idea, you violating bro code like a gym teacher with a student.
What was releasing people's pooping habits, violating bro code?
Some people just want to watch the world flop.
Caleb doesn't want to injure his sphincter muscles, so he just scoops the poop out instead of physically pushing.
Is that slander to say somebody scoops the poop, or is it not?
no. Sometimes you do have to get that kind of curved hand
Caleb,
shape grab.
Caleb.
Yeah?
I will leave if you continue.
Why?
Caleb is going to use a Doberman's bandaged ears as a poop pincer to lift the turds out.
Why use the bandage ears though? It's like you have enough. You have enough.
Shut up, dude.